Hi guys, welcome to episode 4 of If Stupid Had a Name. I'm Dylan. I'm with Colton. Usually
Sup?
Colton does well, it doesn't do the intros. We're swapping back and forth. This is episode 4. I already said that.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, just got to double make sure.
God damn. Off to a fucking flying start.
Fantastic start, yeah.
Right. So, Dylan,
I'm surprised we made it this far.
well, this is all really down to, I mean, you can't really get in trouble because, like, only 0 people have listened. So, we ain't got to worry
No, no,
about
no.
that.
No,
No,
no.
no. I know. Some people have downloaded, which we
No,
appreciate
no, no,
that.
no. Yeah, we appreciate everybody that's downloaded, but I'm talking about like we have listeners. We
Yes.
do, like 5, but or the most we've had is 5, which is pretty awesome. I'm surprised people listen to us, but it's just 0% retention. That's oh, that hits.
Well,
I mean,
that's,
everybody's clicking on us and being like, these guys are dumb.
yeah, it's like, oh man, this music's pretty good. Then you hear one of us talking, like, ooh, these guys are a bunch of dumbasses. Moving on. So, yeah, but
uh,
that episode 4, I really just comes down to we still feel like we can do a good job. Well, a decent enough job. So, anyways,
I think we do all right. Episode 3 was pretty fun.
yeah, that was good. Although
Listen, to
we
episode,
should hopefully have improvements coming because I am buying a new microphone. So hopefully that will be.
I
I'm
think
not buying. I already have
I
bought it. I'm just waiting for Amazon to
think I can
send the
get it
shit.
next week.
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. Well, yeah. So, which should be nice. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there right now. Dylan, how was your week? Because we are recording this on Friday, the 29th of September. Although this will probably
Um,
not go up until Monday, October 2nd, because that's what I like to do is just a Monday. But maybe I'll put it up early. But, anyways, how was your week at work? Anything interesting happen?
actually, yeah, but my week at work was pretty good. If you guys don't know, um, I'm a teardown technician at a truck parts thing, so we get like semi truck transmissions and stuff like that. Um, busted my ass today, so I'm a little sore, but that's all
Oh,
right. Back hurts from carrying our teardown section.
yeah. Carrying this whole fucking company on my back so we
If
don't go
my
bankrupt.
coworker ever listens to this, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, you sat your ass
But
all day, you fat fucking playing on your phone.
uh, an interesting thing actually happened yesterday. We're gonna talk about some serious things. I will do listener discretion is advised because it's a little fucked up. Uh,
While
so
considering when you go to download it, it has the letter E for explicit.
yeah, I would hope
I would hope that would already deter
you
some.
know no, but so one of my coworkers, he's a builder. He's into like DJing and stuff, and he gets made fun of for that. We're just like, yo, what's up, so and so,
What's up, Cha
just
Cha
stupid
Slide?
things. Yeah, what's up, Cha Slide? But he came over us and was talking to us about we were talking about like history and stuff, and I talked about something, and he was like, dude, this DJ group fucking had like a gory show is what they called it. Like,
Hold on. Whose fucking food
and
order
if you
just?
looked at the
Don't stop. Whose fucking food order just
that
got
was
done?
the that was the toaster oven.
Okay, I just hear this
Don't
ding, and
worry,
I'm
don't
like,
worry.
I'm like, what the fuck? You recording this in a fucking restaurant kitchen? The hell?
No, my girlfriend is up here, so she just mouthed sorry for the ding. But so we're at we're talking about this stuff, and he was like, yeah, these DJs put in their show picture or shit of the Holocaust. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's doing that? And he's like, I swear I have a video of it. I'm like, I kind of don't want to see the video of it, but he shows it, and like you can tell it. Whoever fucking edited it purposely put it in there. It was so fucked up. Like you get like a person with fake blood, oh, someone throwing up fake blood, and then you get a video of bulldozer, and that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to go too far into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is kind of fucked up.
yeah, it is a little bit fucked up.
Especially like you're at your
I was like, and
you're at you're
somebody's
at
done.
go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I say somebody's at their wedding doing their fucking slow dance, and all of a sudden here comes pictures of shit like that up on the screen. Like, yo, what the hell?
Be like, what the fuck?
Fucking
Yeah,
kind of
I'd be a
slow
little
dance is
pissed.
this?
Well, like, so people were like, obviously, people were like, what the fuck are these people doing?
Right.
And they came out with like an apology,
Oh, sorry,
you
we
know.
didn't
And
know.
they were
You
like,
didn't
we
fucking
accidentally
know.
put it in there. We accidentally put it in there.
Yeah,
Are you fucking
fucking
shitting me?
intern
Just
Jimmy.
own.
Intern Jimmy brought the wrong goddamn file with him to the wedding. My bad, fam.
But yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it was a little fucked up. I
Mm,
was like, what the hell?
yeah. Well, that sounds pretty nutty, but I think I can top that. So, um, in case you didn't know, because, well, you probably don't know, because, like you said earlier, we have zero, count them, zero user retention or listener retention, so not a motherfucker knows what we do. You said what you do. I'm an over the road truck driver. That's why we only do this shit once a week. And plus, I don't think I could stand talking to Dylan for more than 2 hours every week, but no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, same. We did this
Like,
daily. I'd probably kill myself.
yeah, right. Yeah, I'd be like over at his house, fucking
I'm
like, I'd be over at his house
playing. I would
beating the fuck out of him with a machete. I
like, you
killed.
stupid fuck. I hate.
Just thought of the George
But then
Carlin.
on the podcast, we're like, "Hey, old, how was your day?"
I just thought of the George Carlin thing when he's like, who you gonna? It's always a quiet ones you gotta watch. You got a guy with a machete beating on the bar, going, "I'll kill the next motherfucker that walks in here." Who are you gonna watch?
Oh shit!
Fucking love George
Uh,
Carlin. Anyway, so yeah, I'm an over the road truck driver, and this week I didn't go as far. I think this week I only did 1,600 miles. I think 1,500 and change. So that's about 1,000 less than what I normally average per week. I'm usually between 25 and 2,800 miles a week. It was just the
okay.
nature of the week of how it went. I just didn't go very far. Anyways, so on my truck, obviously trucks have air ride suspension. They have airbags to act as springs. So they don't have the regular, like you have, they have shocks, but they don't have springs like you would have on your car. They have airbags. And there's leveling valves there's two leveling valves. There's one leveling valve for the suspension airbags that are actually for the suspension. They're hooked to the truck suspension up to the frame for that. And then
Yeah.
there's another leveling valve for the other set of airbags that are for the cab. The cab sits on two airbags as well. Much smaller airbags, but they have.
So
Go ahead.
with the suspension airbags, does that just help protect like the truck?
Well, it acts as your springs.
Oh, okay,
Because like I
okay.
said, you have shock absorbers,
Right, right.
but the airbags act as a spring. The reason they don't do the spring is because the airbags you can adjust the height. You know,
Oh,
with
oh,
with what
okay,
you're doing.
okay.
So that's why they don't have springs. Because
Right.
if you have springs set up for a truck carrying, you can have up to 34,000 pounds on your drives. When you're empty, the fucking truck's going to be like 14 and a half feet tall in the front because those springs are going to, release all that tension because they're meant to,
Right, and you
they're
gotta
meant to be,
climb a ladder.
yeah, well, you'd be overweight or over height rather. And so with the airbags, they'll release pressure because how the leveling valve worked is it's connected usually to the frame. It's a small little box. It's a very simple system. There's a small little box that's wherever it's at, and it has a little bleeder valve to bleed air out of it, and it has an airline that comes in from the air tanks and an airline that goes out and feeds the airbags. And then there's a lever that comes out of it, and it's usually tied in at a 90 to something that's then connected to the frame. And so it's at a set height. So if that arm goes pitched up, it'll add air. Or I'm sorry, if it's
Okay.
pitched up, it will add air. If it's pitched down, it will release air until it's level.
Right, okay.
So it's a very simple system. Very simple.
Right.
So, but they do go bad because as you're going down the road, they're slowly moving up and down. And there's rubber seals in there, and obviously anything that's rubber, just ask your parents. Oh, got them. Will go bad. That's why condoms have expiration dates. That's why if you let a set
Right.
of tires sit out in the backyard for years on end, they'll get dry rotted. The seals go bad. They just get wore out, so you just gotta change them. Well, the ones for my cab, or I'm sorry, the leveler for my cab has been leaking air for a while, and for whatever reason, our shop has not been able to get the part. I don't know why. I'm not gonna name the dealer, but the dealer's been kind of fucking us a little bit. Who we get our parts through, and say, oh, we can't get it. Oh, we can't get it. It's like, what do you mean you can't get it? It's a fucking common part. It's not
Right.
like we're asking you for a certain sensor inside the engine. No, we're asking you for something that all trucks have. All trucks have, and they all go
Well, does
bad.
does it differentiate between years of your truck
Not
or?
years, but of manufacturers. Like
Oh, okay.
Freightliner
So
has their own one. International has their own one. Kenworth and Peterbilt. Kenworth and Peterbilt are probably the same because they're owned by PACCAR, but there's a chance that they're separate. Volvo has their own because,
gotcha.
why make something that's the same? There are some universals, they all do the same. It's stupid because they all do the same thing. But everybody has their own little thing on it just so then, you can't put a Volvo on a Peterbilt. You can't put a Freightliner on a Kenworth
Yeah,
because,
yeah. It's just
if
that's
you have a
just the
Freightliner,
dealer's
you have to go
opinion.
through the Freightliner and, pay for it that way. Anyways, so I stopped at a Love's travel stop because I was done for the day. It was early because my delivery wasn't until like 9:30 the next morning, and I was only like an hour away from it. So it was like 3 o'clock when I stopped, right? And I go in there, and there was like no wait to get into the Speedco, which is what Love's truck care thing is to, they do like light jobs, like tires, oil changes, brakes, shit like that. They won't go like, oh, you need
Right.
your engine rebuilt? No, they don't do shit like that.
Yeah,
So
sure. Bring it on down. We can fix it.
yeah, we can do that in a couple hours. No. So I went in there and I said, yeah, my cab, for the cab, because there are two leveling valves, for the cab is leaking air. And they're like, okay. So they went in there and the guy called the deal. You know what? Fuck it. I will say, called the Peterbilt dealer. I just won't say where I was at. Called the Peterbilt dealer that was closest to the Loves and said, hey, I got a guy here. He has a leaky cab air leveler. He specifically said cab air leveling valve. Okay. The guy gave him the part number. And he's like, okay, well, there was a Volvo dealer in town because there was two part numbers he gave us. There was the Peterbilt part number, and then there was I don't know if Peterbilt makes it or they just carry it. I know they carry the parts. It's from TRP. Excuse me. They're kind of like Peterbilt would obviously be like the brand name, and then like TRP would think of it like the store brand where it's you know what I mean? Like you go into a store, you're gonna
Yeah.
have, like for us, we have Meyer around us, so you have Hidden Valley Ranch, and then you have Meyer brand ranch. It's
Right.
like that sort of deal. So, and obviously the Hidden Valley's more because you're kind of paying for the name a little bit. Same with
Right.
shoes.
Right.
You have to pay an
Yep.
extra $50 just for the fucking Nike logo on your shoes. They're not better than any other shoes just because it's got a Nike logo on it. Boom, $50 increase. Anyway, so he called the Volvo dealer. The Volvo dealer, unsurprisingly, didn't have them, but hey, he didn't work to try because the Volvo dealer was 2 miles away. The Peterbilt dealer was like 40 miles away. So he's like, okay. So the guy calls the Peterbilt dealer back and says, "Yep, we'll take this. We'll take this part. We'll have a guy there in 45 minutes. Perfect. Okay." One of the techs at the Speedco hops into the truck, buzzes out there. So I'm sitting there, in the waiting room because I can't be in my truck while they're working on it per se because liability issues.
Yep.
And so I'm just sitting there, and
Makes sense.
hour and a half or so goes by. Guy comes back. Perfect. Opens up the box. Wrong fucking part. The guy, it was
That
not the
shit
Love's.
pisses
It
me
was not
off.
the Love's fault. It was the Peterbilt dealer's fault because whoever the rep was, or the guy he was talking to, the parts guy, gave him the part number for the suspension air leveling valve, which is different from the cab air leveling valve. So they opened
Good job.
they opened the box because they took my old one off. They opened the box and it was way different. They're like, ah, shit, sent the wrong part. So they call the Peterbilt dealership back, and they're like, hey, yo, y'all told us the wrong fucking part number, and so we have the wrong part. Do you have the part we need? Yes, we have that part. Okay. So then they took the old part with them. The guy hopped back in the truck, drove the 45 minutes out to the Peterbilt dealer, went in there, and then, before he started back, he called back and said, okay, yep, I've got the right part. Perfect. So now he comes back 45, hour and a half later from when he had to go out the second time, comes
Fuck,
back.
forgot it on the desk.
Yeah, right. Comes back, right? Gets the part, they put it on, and to put it on, it took the guy like fucking 10 minutes because it's really easy to put on. It's literally 2 bolts and a couple airlines. That's it. It's very easy to put
Oh,
on.
nice.
So it only took him like 10, 15 minutes to put it on.
Going down the road, airbags go off. God damn
Start the
it.
truck to make sure it airs up and there's no air leaks. He didn't, the hoses are on all the way. Do all that, pay. So because of that, I got there. I got there at probably 3:30. They probably didn't start working on my truck till 4 because I did have to wait just a little bit till they could get to it, but there was basically no wait. So they started working on it at 4 o'clock. I did not roll out of there in my truck until 8:15.
Holy shit.
So I was there for basically 4.5 hours just for a cab air leveling valve. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
God damn it.
Thankfully, I was staying there for the night anyways, because if I wasn't, I would have been like majorly pissed off. But not at the Loves, because it's not their fault. They were told the wrong fucking part number.
Right.
And for whatever reason, the air leveling valve the cab leveling valve did not have a part number on it. For whatever reason. I don't know if it's just because it could have been the original and it just wore off or whatever.
Right.
But it didn't have a part number. So it wasn't the Loves, it was a fucking Peterbilt dealer, whoever the guy was working in the parts department. It was his freaking fault by telling the Loves the wrong part number. It was like,
gotta love
Jesus.
it. Got to love it. See what I did there?
I see what you did. Shut up, fucking asshole. So, yeah, it was like, fucking Christ.
What a headache.
Yeah, honestly,
What a headache.
It's like I said, it's not the Loves. The guy's like, I appreciate your patience. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I'm like, you can get pissed off about it, but it's not gonna change anything. It's not it's gonna make it magically appear. All it is it's just gonna raise your blood pressure. And I was like, I do enough of that shit driving around Chicago. I don't.
Shit.
Yeah, so it is what it is. Like I said, it was fine because I wasn't going anywhere. I was staying there for the night. So, but that's fixed. So yeah, it was like, goddamn. But now it's so nice because the air leak was bad enough. It wasn't like my air compressor couldn't keep up with it, but it just had to turn. It was kicking. The air compressor had to replenish the tanks quite often. Because there's a certain point on my truck, once it gets down to about 100 pounds, the air compressor will turn on and then go up to 125 to 130 pounds, and then it'll shut off.
Oh, okay.
On the air tanks.
Okay.
So I just had to do that often. Well, then also too, if I say I get somewhere inside of a warehouse, I can't idle my truck inside a warehouse. Shut off the truck, and after like 15...
Why not?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, what the hell, assholes? After like 15, 20 minutes, it would drain my tanks, so when I start the truck, I'd have to sit there and, build... It wouldn't like drain my tanks to zero, but it would sit there and drain them enough to where I'd have to sit there and build air before I could leave. Now, shit, I could sit there for like a half hour, get in, oh, fuck, she's good to go. Start the truck, pushing the brakes, put it in gear, release the clutch, boom, out of there like a rape tape, So it was just, it's what you got to deal with. It's no different than I've blown tires and you sit there and I've had a tire changed out on the road, a road call in less than 2 hours, and I've had to wait 4 hours one time. It's just,
damn.
It's how it is. It's like I said, you can get pissed off. You can get pissed off about it, but it's not going to change the situation. So it is. Like I said, it's what you do. So
not going to change the fact that people are fucking stupid.
they'd be perfect guests for this podcast.
Hey, welcome. Hey-o. What's your name? Oh, you're part of this podcast. I guess stupid does have a name.
Yeah, right. Dumbass. Yeah. So if we start doing a thing of my stupid ass of the week, it's that fucking parts guy at that Peterbilt dealer. It was fuck.
Yeah,
man.
I can't do my stupid ass of the week because
it'd be you.
It'd be me like twice a week. Fucking one of my coworkers,
Right. So.
Yeah. So there's a lot of dumb shit that happens. I could talk about like all the unsafe shit that we've done.
Hey, we don't need to get OSHA involved.
I'm just playing. We're pretty safe at.
Well, yeah. Nice job, Dylan. You just fucking name dropped.
Sorry. We're all over the country. It don't matter.
Yeah, but they know we're out of Michigan.
Yeah, they do. Don't come to my job, please.
I'll bleep it out. I'll just have to remember.
Hey, Colton, bleep that out.
I will.
I will fucking make you remember.
Okay.
And now they're gonna be talking about like this, like, what they bleep out.
So, um, just anyway, so God damn, Dylan, we're doing so good of like dodging around of who we work for, and
Yeah,
then I get it was a mistake. You just
I
name
just
dropped it by accident.
oops.
Yeah,
God damn it.
stupid ass. So,
Now they're
anyways,
gonna be like, who? What they bleep out? It's like none of your business. That's what.
did they say the c word? Yeah, we're talking about cockfight now. Yeah, fucker. Get my chicken out.
Now I feel awkward. I feel awkward now,
Yeah. Anyway, so
as
we
I
have
should.
what we have coming up is we have two things, questions and answers, and we'll go through what people's replies are. We also have some weird news dealing with flamingos, a human
People donate
skull.
stuff to Goodwill.
Hey, we don't need that. I don't know why I just started randomly playing the fucking news news report.
Oh,
No, I just started I clicked on the tab and it just randomly started playing the news report video. Like no. I didn't tell you to start playing,
now
jackass.
you said the questions. Are we also answering these or?
No, we can, but I just want to go through some people's responses because the internet has some pretty wild shit on it, man. If you haven't noticed. And then we also have a Delta flight being diverted. This happened quite a few weeks ago, but it's still funny. And then a classic, you had one job and people fail at the simplest of
Doing
tasks
that one job,
at like reading off the proper part number. So,
or not name dropping the fucking company they work for. That'd be great. Damn.
yeah, what a dumbass. Who was that guy? Jeez. So, all right. So
That's why we're on this podcast.
yeah, the first thing we have here is okay. This I'm sorry. What is the most disturbing thing you wish you didn't know?
Dude, I already have one right away. I was just scrolling down. I stopped and
Yeah.
so should I go or
all you have to do is go down to the second one. The first comment is something about World War II. The second comment is something else. This person posted that my dad and my aunt, so the dad's biological sister.
hang on? Can I stop you right there?
What?
That is literally the one I was just looking at.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I was like, I didn't even scroll down that far, and I already found it.
Like I said, it's the second one. So that my dad and my aunt, so the dad's biological sister, had been sleeping together. Yes, this is like some serious Alabama shit going on. Yeah. Hey! Don't want to get fucking copyright.
It's all right. I'm using my own voice, so
Doesn't
it's
matter.
a cover.
Doesn't matter. Covers are not covered under copyright. It says with me in the
I don't
house.
know what song it is. I'm just humming.
It could be upwards of 3 different songs. You are right. It says with me in the house while I was a child. And I walked in on them multiple times, but my child brain thought, oh, they're just fucking wrestling. They're trying out for WWE. This is normal.
And he comes with an RKO.
Yeah, I'll be Hulk Hogan. Hey! Yeah,
Whoa!
yeah, that's... My thing is, I don't know how old this person is. They probably are at least 18. And then they finish off with, anyway, therapy is fun. Yeah, I'd say that kind of fuck you up, too. Like, what is the moment obviously, like you said, you're a kid, so say they're like 5, 6, 7 years old, they walk in and you're like, they don't know any better. What's the point of when it finally clicks? You know what I mean?
You gotta be like in high school or something. Like middle school, you can like ignore it, like, oh, okay, But high school, you're like, oh man, what the fuck were they doing?
We might think, like, no, they couldn't. And then, like, and then, like, you're sitting there in, like, 10th, 8th, 9th grade, doing a fucking...
You have to ask, right?
Doing a fucking math test, right? Oh, man, what the hell is the square root of this shit? Wait a minute.
Wait a damn minute.
Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a minute. They were having sex.
What the hell?
Yeah. That's... yeah.
Here's a little fun fact, but also disturbing. FDA regulations allow 10 insects and 35 fruit fly eggs per 8 ounces of raisins.
That's...
And someone goes, more protein, let's go.
That's right. That's a little extra something. Your Raisin Bran Crunch right there. That's what the crunch is.
Oh hell no.
That's what the crunch is.
No, I just scrolled down and I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got this one. It says This one says that my brother has an armpit fetish. Yes,
What
yes.
the
I,
fuck?
I, I said armpit. People have like feet fetishes and shit like that. Armpit fetish. And then this other one says similarly. This reply said similarly. My friend's old roommate had an amputee fetish. Lieutenant Dan.
You read that just so you could do that,
I
huh?
did. Lieutenant Dan. Oh
Did they?
fuck. I
I
like this
just
one. Most rapists or killers are family members or close friends. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. So what was the one that you wish you didn't?
Oh.
Jesus, who's writing a fucking novel on this shit? God damn.
If your digestive tract gets blocked near the anus, the body will still reject all the contents will still eject all the contents through the only available exit. Dot 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 dot. Basically, you vomit out your shit.
Yes, while also like what it is. It's not that you vomit out your shit. What it is, say like you're not feeling well or whatever, and you go to, say you have food poisoning or whatever, and you can't make it to the bathroom, and so you stop yourself from shitting your pants. You will actually throw up because that pressure has got to go somewhere. Inside
Right.
inside your body. So it's not necessarily you're vomiting out shit. You're just vomiting out the pressure, and
Hey,
it
that's a good
generally
debate topic. Go ahead.
what.
I'll finish after you get done.
Oh, I
Go
was
ahead.
about to say this one, and then I read the rest of it. Yeah, no, no.
Which one is it? Tell me.
Watching my mother get raped when I was 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be disturbing as hell. We mostly forget early events. That that's weird. I know what he's talking about. It's like you probably don't start remembering stuff when you're a kid until you're like what 4, 5ish, like actually remembering shit. Obviously if you're like 2 and you're running around in your fucking diaper with your diaper on your head running around the house, you're not gonna remember that shit. Unless someone showed you a video of you doing it, but you don't actually actively remember doing it yourself, right? But there are these weird like little
Right.
things you remember that like when you are 2 or 3, but you don't remember anything. But it's just one memory you remember.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's weird.
I have two like very vivid memories of when I was like real little.
Yeah.
I think I was 2. I remember for sure my mom putting me in my Tigger stroller because I loved Tigger at the time.
That's incredible.
Uh, and taking my sister to the bus stop with me.
Yeah.
So, and then my other one is of my first not my first cousin, Jesus Christ. My cousin's first birthday.
All right.
That I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, this wouldn't be talking about the Mitten State without mentioning the absolute smoke show that is the Detroit Lions beating the shit out of the Packers.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, that's all. That's there's another one. There's a theme here, I think. There's news all over Australia at the moment about a man raping dogs.
Mm.
Ew,
That
I just can't go there in my head. That's what they said.
that's that's weird. Yeah. So, all right. That's something most disturbing thing you wish you didn't know. So we'll move on to flamingos. Let's do something a little different. Change pace a little bit. So, obviously,
I should have mentioned
on
it here. What the
excuse
fuck am
me.
I doing?
I don't know why my throat is like, oh, you're gonna have to cough every 5 seconds. So we are in, like Dylan just said, the Mitten State. Obviously surrounded by, we're touching 4 out of the 5 Great Lakes. The Lower Peninsula is surrounded by 2 of them. Well, technically 3, but really surrounded by 2 of them. But the story from the AP News in Port Washington, Wisconsin, which I believe is just south of Milwaukee. I could be. I'm sorry. It's just north of Milwaukee. Excuse me. But it said 5 flamingos. Yes, like legit ass, not lawn ornament, like legit ass flamingos showed up in Wisconsin on the Lake Michigan beach. I didn't know there's actually.
Oh yeah.
I didn't actually know there's actually American flamingos. That's actually a thing.
I didn't know that either. Wow.
Yeah, they stood 25 feet because somebody ran out there with a fucking tape measure and measured it off Lake Michigan's western shoreline as waves lapped against their tiny ass legs. Very disappointed. None of them are standing on one foot. So whatever, or standing on one leg. So all those pictures I see, bullshit.
They only do that when they're sleeping, I
I know.
think.
I know.
Oh, okay.
So, but there has been recent reports. Well, the sighting was unexpected, but not a complete like, oh my god, what are they doing here? Because there was reports of flamingos in Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
Hmm.
They hypothesized that the flamingos were pushed north in late August by the strong winds of Hurricane Idalia. The typical range of the American flamingo is Florida and other Gulf Coast states, as well as the Caribbean, northern South America.
Unless you go to zoos.
Well, they're probably not American flamingos then.
No, but like,
That's pretty cool. Like,
we were talking about this because we talk about how we're gonna do the show order and stuff. And I read the headline. I was like, "Yeah, these flamingos came to Wisconsin just to see the Packers get their ass kicked."
ooh, got him, got him. So this next one, so I saw this, and it's not really weird. It's just,
let's be honest, it's kind of weird.
it's weird, but not like in the sense of what the hell. I guess it is like what the hell, but it's not like
it's not like huge.
With the
not
current,
like putting a bowl in your car and driving down the interstate.
yeah, that's something else. But it's like it's in this current day and age, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, this would be like really fucking weird. But like now, it's just like, what the hell are you doing, man? So this guy tried to a Philadelphia Phillies fan, went to go see the Phillies play in the ballpark in Philadelphia. There, I don't know what the name of the ballpark is. Doesn't fucking matter. And he had to bring he wanted to bring his emotional support animal with him. Okay, that's fine. I don't know why you needed to go to watch a fucking baseball game.
Anxiety, something like that. No.
Okay, but the only problem with this is that the motherfucker's emotional support animal was a goddamn alligator. No, like
his name was Wally Gator.
Wally Gator,
for those that want to know.
Which, by the way, fantastic fucking name. Not gonna discount that. That name is awesome. Social media posts showed the gator on a leash with a harness with his name on it outside the stadium Wednesday. Hey, at least he had him on a leash. Now the question is who was walking who?
Yeah, right.
The policy on support animals at Citizens Bank Park, where the Phillies play, says guide dogs, obviously service animals, and training are welcome. All other animals are prohibited. So what about the bird that just took a shit in my freaking French fries from the roof? Can I shoot that motherfucker? That's what I want to know. I just spent $15 on these fucking 6 French fries. This bird just shit all over them.
Like support animals, like whatsoever, emotional support, service animals, whatever. But if you're doing like weird shit and getting like,
if your support animal is if your support animal is anything other than a fucking dog or cat, no, I'm sorry, no,
probably not a support animal.
No, you're just weird.
This is my kind of sarcasm,
I remember somebody tried to get like a fucking what the hell was it? Something ridiculous on an airplane, and the airliner's like, no, you cannot. And then they threw a big old hissy fit. And I think they tried suing the airline, and then the judge is
that
like,
motherfucker. And then the back ain't real.
Yeah, and then the judge was like, what the fuck's the matter with you? Threw the shit out. Because it's like, no. You can't bring that kind of shit onto a fucking airplane, you jackass.
The the weird animal like thing reminded me of this TikTok where they're like, where it's a gas station employee, but she like sets up these encounters, but it's fucking hilarious. She's like, this dude comes up to her, and he's an older guy, but he comes up to her with like 2 bags of dog food, and he's like, "Oh, are you getting food for your dog?" And he's like, "What the hell does it look like? Getting food for my fucking zebra?"
Got a point.
Fucking hilarious. I'm like, dude, honestly, like,
No, I was gonna go down to the park and feed the children.
whoa. Oh, yeah, feed him dog food.
Yeah, right. Woof woof, bitch. Jesus. Oh my God, it's
You think I got it for my fucking zebra?
yeah. I got the fucking
Love
Sahara
it. I love
Desert
it. That's
exhibit
my
in
kind
my.
of fucking humor right
I got the Sahara Desert exhibit in my fucking basement at the house.
there.
$5 a head to get in. So this next news story. So donating stuff that's like to Goodwill, good thing to do. You know, if you have like old clothes that don't fit, you know, if they're not like, obviously if they're like jeans that are like, now like holy jeans and not jeans you'd wear to church, they're just holy jeans. Yeah, obviously not. But if you have a pair of jeans and say you lost weight or gained weight, and so you don't fit in said jeans or shorts or shirts or whatever, it's good to donate them, right? There's no
Right.
point in throwing away a perfectly good shirt or article of clothing, you know, unless you're a 50-year-old cougar wearing a G-string, maybe just, you know, throw that in the fucking trash. But this
Reference
person,
to our last episode? No
yeah,
way.
callback.
Right.
So this Goodwill in Goodyear, Arizona, which is in the Phoenix metropolitan area. And no, it's not named after Goodyear tire. Nice try. You know, somebody donated a box at Goodwill. You know, and you know, you bring stuff to Goodwill. They usually come out with one of those carts, you know, if you have anything, and they put it in there, and they go in and then they sort it all, right? And then obviously, if people do donate shit, they throw it away because they're like, no, we're not selling a fucking Victoria's Secret lingerie. Nice try, in the garbage. But this, you know, they start going through it, and they found a human skull in the box of stuff that was donated. Yeah,
Dude,
I
do
don't,
you see the picture that
the picture.
like the video that they had?
Yeah, well, yeah, the video started fucking playing as I went to this tab for whatever reason.
The fucking eye, they put a false eye in there.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah, they did.
I gotta see this shit. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, that
Hey,
that skeleton head's got buck teeth.
just so you guys know, we're not laughing because like it's okay to laugh because it's not associated with any crime. So,
No, it is in
so
fact a real human skull. I bet somebody. My question is who the fuck's got a human skull at their house? Like, I mean, not like a fake one made out of just plastic.
weirdos.
Who has a legit human? What do you mean there's no crime? Why do they have a skull? We're not gonna look into this shit at all.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. How in the fuck wouldn't there be a crime? Because either A, you fucking murdered them, or
Either you Jeffrey
or
Dahmer
B,
their ass, or
or B, you fucking grave robbed them
yeah. So it's just like
or something.
this is my grandpappy, and ever since he got ran over by that cement truck, he got chopped from the head down. So we keep his head up on the pedestal to give us good luck. Yeah, I don't think no. I ain't buying that story. I ain't buying that fucking story.
I'm sorry. What the fuck? No, no. Somebody better have opened that fucking box and said, "You think it's a bird?
You think it's a bird? Ah,
You
someone
think
got
it's a bird?
someone
That's
got somebody
that's a
got
vine, by the way.
somebody got shit in my head. Damn it. Yeah, it's covered. It was covered in black spots. I hope the guy that named it Spots named it Spots.
Spotty.
Spotty.
What's up, bud?
Yeah. So how was your day today? It was a little spotty, but you know we got through it. Yeah, that's. Like I said, there's no link to any crime. I don't know.
I feel like it would be a link to some crime, though.
Like it says, there's no. It appears to be this human skull is historic and has no forensic significance, meaning there appears to be no associated crime. So how old's the skull? So I don't know. This news story will probably never get updated, so we won't know. But like, how old's the skull? Because they'll carbon date it and see how old the skull is. And if
That'd
it's
be kind of cool if it was like 1,000 years
yeah, if it
old.
was like 1,000 years old, it'd be like, okay, whoever has it probably didn't murder them. Safe bet. Carbon data says, oh, the skull, belonged to a,
Is a year old.
belonged to like a 30-year-old male, and he died like last week. Different fucking story. I might be like, hey, I have some questions. I already had some questions before, and now
Hey,
I have some more
one
questions.
question real quick.
Yeah, yeah. Are you
One
sure?
question real quick.
Are you sure there's no crime? Y'all busted my ass for speeding last week. All over that shit, right? This motherfucker froze up at a Goodwill. Nah, it's fine. Normal. SOP, standard operating procedure. Business is normal. That's weird. That's wild. That's
Yeah,
fucking
that
wild.
is. Wait, this is weird news, so I'd hope it'd be weird.
Right. So, before we get to our last weird news story, which is about a Delta flight having to be diverted to a small island, we have another question that came up, and it says, "What's the worst excuse?" Well, okay. Before I say that, people show up late to work all the time. Some are valid. Most are completely not valid at all. I've never personally been quote unquote late to work, to where if you show up like the first job, like true job I'd say I had was working at a golf course, cutting lawns or mowing lawns and shit like that. And so like usually we started at 7 o'clock every morning. And if you showed up at like 7:01, it's not like the guy's gonna bust your ass. I mean, I always showed up before that, but if somebody showed up at 7:01, 7:02, it's not like the guy's gonna bust your ass. It's not a big fucking
Right.
deal. It's not like you showed up at 3:30 and everybody's leaving work and you're showing up to start the day. It's like, oh boy, woo, that was a hard day's work. All right, time to go home, boys. Like, fuck you, asshole. You just got here. But
Well, it's just like no call, no shows. Like I legit we had one guy. He calls in right
yeah.
at 4 fucking o'clock. Dude, we're already leaving. We're gone.
Hey,
What are
by
you
the way,
calling for?
boss, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, kind of figured. Kind of figured.
Really?
What? I thought the hour change was 12 hours, not 1 hour. That's my bad, man. Dumbass. Anyways, this says, what's the worst excuse you've ever heard for someone being late? It's not just saying for work,
My dog was
just
trying.
just late in general. This first one says my wife was on her period. That was it. No further explanation was requested or offered. Not because we all understood, but because we didn't know what to do with the information we had already provided. He had already provided. That's yeah. I mean, what do you say? Oh, can you prove it? Yeah, let me drive home and get the fucking bloody tampon she just pulled out her vagina. Here, is that fucking enough proof for you? This next one is I
Raw.
ran out of clean underwear. Now that's valid. That is a valid one, I believe. Okay, I'm not leaving fucking skid marks in my jeans. All right, I want something else between that, right?
Oh shit.
I
No
saw.
clean underwear. What do you mean? I shat myself.
I shit myself. I shit myself on the way to work. Turned around, went home. Didn't. Yeah, no, no. The old. I thought it was
All right.
Sunday. It's Wednesday.
So somebody goes like this. So this is a conversation, by the way, between this dude and I guess the dude that he's talking to, but him. Sorry, I'm so late. I forgot I had to drive my mom to the hospital for cancer treatment. Me. I am so sorry to hear that. What type of cancer is your mom fighting? Him. Prostate cancer. Me. Are you sure that's the type of cancer? Prostate cancer? Him. Yes, of course I'm sure. Me. You must have misheard or gotten confused. Women don't have prostates. Him changes topics and pretends he never said anything.
That's where it's like, if you're gonna lie to
Oh,
that
if you don't
extent,
know what a prostate is,
if you're gonna
it's
well,
a gland that only males have.
yes, and doctor pokes his finger up the old poop chute when you're like 40. with some fucking,
No, I'm
schmucker,
not trying to tickle your nuts.
with
I'm just
some,
trying to get it.
with some Smucker's grape jelly on there so it doesn't freaking hurt.
Grape jelly.
Yeah. This other one, this one's great. He didn't pull out.
OP said worst.
Worst. Yeah, my dog. Traffic, like the rest of us, just a helicoptered in here. I mean, traffic I get to a certain extent. Like, it's especially like the wintertime. So, like in Michigan, usually sometime around September, no, middle of November, usually before Thanksgiving, we'll get like one thing of snow. Not like, and sometimes it'll stay, and then sometimes, usually if it's middle of November, we'll get like a snowstorm will come in, drop, do like a small, like maybe drop a couple inches, few inches of snow. But since the ground is still warm, it'll usually melt after a day. But
Yeah.
that first day of snow on the ground, motherfuckers forget how to drive. It's like
Oh yeah.
it's like you live in Michigan, okay? We get snow every year. It's not like we live in Houston, Texas, and holy fuck, it's snowing. We get snow all the time. You should know how to drive in the snow, man. The first day there's a snowstorm, or not even like a heavy snowstorm. Like I said, maybe an inch, couple inches of snow hit the ground. A little bit of snow on the pavement. Motherfuckers think, oh, I can take this corner at fucking 80 miles an hour. Yeah, and then they go to do it, and they just keep going straight. And they go, hey, what happened? Oh my fucking god! It's like Jesus. How is this a shock,
I have
man?
another one. Fucking hilarious. Dude called into work one time saying he couldn't get to his bike because the sprinklers were on. I'm sorry, you called into work for that? Oh my god.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's. So this honestly would be me. So I have a German Shepherd. His name is Ruger. He'll be 2 in just a few days here. And he loves to play frisbee. Loves playing fetch with his frisbee. And this one says, my German Shepherd tore his ACL playing frisbee. Hey man, yeah, take his ass to the vet and get him fixed up, man. I'm all down for that shit. But I could totally see my dog doing that because, like I say, he loves to play the motherfucking frisbee. Loves that shit. He could play all fucking day at like a dog park or whatever. Be total dog shit when he gets home. Whipped, right? Walks into the house. First thing he'll do is he'll go downstairs, grab his frisbee, want to go play frisbee outside. You'll throw the frisbee like 2 times, and then he'll lay down in the shade. Like, holy fuck, I'm tired. Yeah, you just fucking played all day. And now you wanted to go blue whatever you had left of your wad. Playing frisbees, you ran twice after it, and we're like, fuck this shit. We'll go back inside. Jesus.
I'm tired.
Yeah, right. Oh, frisbee. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the robot chicken thing. Ding. Oh no, I'm tired.
Yeah, ba-ding. Oh, no, I'm tired. Yeah, the Mario thing. I'm stuck in Vegas. I can't remember how to get home. Well, how did you get to fucking Vegas? There would be just do the opposite. There's an idea. I'm just thinking, man. Yeah, that's... I got way too drunk last night and got into an argument with my girl. Turns out this guy had a bad habit of being very late and being very honest about it. He's been getting fired from production to the point where he has a rep and a nickname. Wow. That's taken to a whole new level, man. Do you need a resume? No, okay, it's next applicant. He didn't send a resume. Well, what's his name? Justin Thomas. Oh, that motherfucker? Yeah, that's...
I accidentally set fire to my arm and had to shave off all the singed hair. Really? The fire didn't do it for you? Fuck.
This one's good because like you've listened to the first half of it and you're like, oh, okay. I was late because a young lady spun out in front of me and I stopped to help her. Okay, yeah, that seems fine. Except the next part then says, which would have been fine had you not used the same excuse yesterday. Hey, if it worked once, why can't it work again? Like, at least put, like a half a year. But if you're gonna repeat
But
excuses, maybe either if you're gonna come up with a lot of excuses because you can't fucking show up on time to work, maybe get like a book, right? And then like you use one, okay, yep, cross that one out, can't use that one again. If you have to
what?
repeat it, maybe wait like 6, 7 months before you use the same one again.
Well, it's just like the fact that like all these jobs now require you to prove that you went to someone's funeral because they've had multiple people go like, "Oh, I can't show up today. My grandma died," and then you have like your grandma as your emergency contact. Be like, "I'll call her." Uh, Hello? Yes, hello? Oh my God, your fucking grandson said that you fucking died. How are you still alive, dude? You know?
Calling from the grave.
Yeah, I'm still kicking.
Speaking of kick, I'm gonna kick that little son of a bitch's ass. I pierced my nose and
Oh
couldn't. I
shit.
pierced my nose and couldn't stop crying.
Fucking pussy. No, play.
Time was slow for a few weeks straight. Apparently, even after I made sure all clocks had new batteries. Well, if you know you're slow, if your time is slow, like that's something my brother did for a while in his truck. Or in his car rather, is he set his clock radio like 15 minutes ahead. And so he's like, yeah, so that's always, that way I'm ever late. Yeah, except when you get in your car, your clock radio is 15 minutes ahead. But that doesn't do you any good, your car radio being ahead, if you're starting from the house off your phone. Because your phone's going to
Right.
tell you what time it is, and then you're going to get in the truck, and then you're going to get in your car, and say you drive 5 minutes and somehow fucking forget that your clock radio is ahead by 15 minutes. Like, holy shit, I'm late. I'm going to fucking wreck the car driving 80 miles, 150 miles an hour.
Get out of my way, you old bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Christ. My mom does that. She has it like set ahead.
I don't get that. Because, like I said, it's ahead.
See, if I'm like really tired in the morning, I'll like look up and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, we're late, you know?
Yeah.
But
But your clock radio
but
is.
then I remember I'm like, oh yeah, 10 minutes ahead.
Yeah, see, like you said, you remembered. So you're like, oh, okay. So you're not really on time because then eventually your body will compensate. Like, oh, it says it's 1:15, but it's really only 12:55. I got lots of fucking time, and then you still show up late because you're a dumbass and don't know how to do fucking time management. Jesus Christ.
I show up on time. I have never, and the year that I've worked at my job, well over a year, but I have not been late once.
Yeah.
There's a few times where it was cutting it close. I literally clocked in right at 6:30, right when I supposed to clock in.
Do you guys get like a
But
strike if you clock in late or something, or?
no, no. We
So
do get you do get like your first one's kind of a freebie. Like they'll be like, "Hey, you were late today," and be like, "Sorry." Second one is like, yeah, you were late. You're getting a verbal warning. This is your verbal warning. Then you got to sign to make sure that you did get the verbal warning and stuff. Third is your write up, and every time after that is suspension.
hmm.
So first it's a day, then it's 3 days, then it's a week.
and
We had
then
to dude. We have some. I have some
and then
crazy ass work
and
stories
then
too.
it's permanent.
Yeah, and then it's permanent. But like there was a dude. I'm not gonna name names, but he was uh he was working. He was late for like 2 days. He got a write up because he was doing something, and he skipped right over, and then he got suspended for a day.
Hmm.
Well, he comes back, and he's you know uh he's giving like people a hard time like about doing a fucking job. It's like just do the job, all right? Like holy shit.
Right.
And he was threatening. He was like, if I get suspended again, I'm quitting this time. Yada yada yada. Well, one day I'm looking and I see him. He has all of his stuff with him. I'm like, oh shit, it's the end of the day. I'm like, whatever. Sometimes people take their tools home, whatever, not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Next day, he doesn't show up. Oh shit, he's gonna get suspended again. He's gonna quit. Well, the day after that, he still ain't there. What the hell? Week later, nothing. Well, come to find out, when my other coworkers comes up to me, he's like, yeah, did you hear?
Oh, you cut
Sorry,
out. Oh, okay.
sorry. Did you hear about so and so? And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah, he Friday was his last day. I'm like, really? Why? Oh, he went to jail.
Oh,
Huh? Yeah, he went to jail. He had to go to court Friday, and yeah, they sentenced him. I'm like, holy shit! Because where I work, they do hire people with a record and stuff, which is not a big deal.
yeah.
Whatever, give them a chance. I mean, there's a few certain people that if I ever fucking found them, but we're not gonna talk about that. But there was like, oh, there's a lot of good old work stories I have because I did work at a previous place. Like a previous, it was a press shop,
Yeah.
but oh my god, I'll tell you this one. There are a lot of stories. I'll save them though, but I'll tell you this one. Here's a dude we didn't know who he was, like at all, because he was a temp, and they hired temps, and you get dick for information on him. Well,
Well, yeah, they're temps.
he turns out to be very highly Christian.
Yeah.
Not an issue there.
All right.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. His belief.
Well, he's talking to this. Right. He talks to this one girl, and she's like you could tell she's very goth. Well, she's also a Satanist. She believes in Satan. Not a problem there. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus, Satan, they don't really mix well.
Yeah. That is a combustible
So
ass relationship right there happening.
yes, it is. So she's
Well, they do say
we
opposites
have
tend to
different
attract.
positions. Oh, she already had a boyfriend.
Oh shit.
You ain't gonna be saying that when I finish the story, but so he's like, now somehow, some way, somebody did find his background and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's pretty bad. But he comes up to her one night and is like, "You're gonna go to hell because you believe in Satan and you've had sex before marriage, yada yada yada." Just harping on her, right? And she's getting pissed. She's telling him to fuck off, leave her alone. And he said the line of like, you're gonna go to hell for, sex before marriage. Dude, she whips around, she's like, well, I'm pretty sure you're going to hell for doing illicit activities with a 9-year-old.
Oh, got him.
And that was on his record. That
Mm.
somebody background checked him and he did do it. Dude, he fucking he immediately left, like turned around and fucking quit. Like didn't say anything, just quit. Well, a week later, shit you not, the same dude was at this Meijer that was by where I used to work.
Mm-hmm.
And he was bitching up a store. Don't work there. They judge you. They do this. And it's like, well, yeah, because you're a fucking pedo, you fucking gross son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were still there, I'm pretty sure I'd kick your ass. Like,
Right.
I don't mind going to jail for assault,
You'd probably
especially against fucking pedos.
I say you'd probably be
But
champion because there's people in jail because they do bad things. Fucking kill a motherfucker with a machete. Next motherfucker that walks in.
right,
People that do that, but there are people that just plain fucked up. Okay, you still gotta pay the consequences. I don't think you should. Depending on what you did, you should not just get a free pass.
right,
Not how that shit works. But there are people that truly screwed up. They don't do normal shit like that. But if there's one thing that the rest, I would say most people in the world that aren't fucked in the head and most inmates that aren't fucked in the head is we both hate child molesters. And
Yep.
if you go to
I
prison,
swear to God.
if you go to prison and you're a child molester, you better hope nobody fucking finds that shit out. Because if you didn't get a life sentence, it's gonna turn into a life sentence because your life expectancy just got fucking shortened big time. It's
Well, there was a dude, and he was in prison already, but his inmate, his cellmate, by the way, for those who don't know prison talk.
you could just say cellmate and
I
then
don't know.
you went shorthanded and then
Yeah,
have to explain it.
celly, you know. But his cellmate comes in, and he was um convicted for child molestation, and his cellmate didn't know this, and they got to talking and stuff like that, and they're like, what are you in for? And he's like, well, I got falsely accused for child molestation, and the dude immediately told him to shut the fuck up because he was, abused as a child, molested.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Otherwise, I am going to hurt you. And he just kept on going, kept on going, kept on going. This dude's like, nah. Dude, wait till the dude fell asleep, fucking, because he was bigger than him, fucking jumps down and kills him, strangles him with a rope or something.
Yeah.
So he's sitting in front of the judge, dude, literally no emotion. I'm like, you know what? You know what? I could care fucking less that scum is off the earth. Earth. Because he just walked in front of the judge and was like, yeah, I killed him.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
he's a piece of shit. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You're getting life because you killed somebody, but
I do
thank you.
Yeah, I do believe not for child molestation part, but for sexual assault. It's not all truthful. There probably are, unfortunately, people sitting in jail that did nothing wrong, but then got falsely accused for sexual
Yes.
assault, and now they're sitting in jail. That
And this goes for everybody,
and
males, females.
it sucks.
You know.
Mostly males. If we're gonna
Yeah.
shoot straight, it's mostly males. Unfortunately, it's mostly guys. Not and that's just down to the statistic. Guys generally get convicted of sexual assault more than females do. That's just a fact.
Right.
Yeah, you can't dispute that. That's just a fact. And so if you equate that out, but even if you take the ratio of, I don't know what the ratio is, men to women, I would say if I had to guess, it's probably 10-1. 10 men to actually one woman get accused of sexual or convicted of sexual assault. And it might be even higher than that. I don't know, but that's just my guess. But say, I don't even want to know. Won't even know. But like I said, there are some guys, and like you said, women, but mostly guys, in jail or prison for sexual assault, and they didn't do anything wrong. Is because someone was pissed off.
Yeah.
Someone was pissed off, told a lie, just because they wanted to get revenge on this person or whatever.
Well,
and and they say, oh, it happened, 20 years ago, but I don't remember what day and where it happened, but it happened. So we just got to go off of their word that happened 20 years ago. If there's no other proof, you're not the legal system. The legal system in the U.S. You're not supposed to convict somebody off of circumstantial evidence.
Right.
And if you only provide circumstantial evidence, yeah, he lived in this area. He was in this area because he fucking lived in the area. Of course, he was in this area at this time of night or at this time of day. He lived 2 blocks away. What the hell do you expect?
And during like the 70s, 80s, and then earlier past that, a lot of the times, this does have to do with like racism and stuff, but like white women, like great example, a black guy was in the same apartment building. She was 17, he's 18, so not really much of a difference. Age didn't really matter, but he ended up tripping. All he did was trip. He ended up tripping, and he landed on her foot by accident. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. And she literally started screaming.
Yeah.
It was like, he assaulted me, he assaulted me. And it's just like, damn,
Just like
because then shit happened. I think it was I can't remember, but like there was a white mob. This happened back in the 60s, I think.
yeah, so right when there was
50s.
no problem with racism in this country at all.
Yeah. And yeah, they massacred a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like this white mob did. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Hmm. Yeah, and
But
it's
yeah, that transfers over to nowadays. Now it's just anybody. You fucking bump into somebody and it's just like,
yeah,
damn,
to
sorry.
be so careful. That's why like I'm gonna come straight out. I like dark humor. I do. I like dark humor. Okay, but I
I think there's a
I'm
lot of people that like dark
right,
humor.
but I'm very careful around when I'm around people in public. To the point where I'm actually, unless I'm around people I know in a group of friends, like if I'm around you or our other friends, it's fine. Yeah, I could just we could just start randomly talking about shit, and then boom, kind of how this podcast happened. Just randomly talk about shit, and then boom, holy shit, it's been hour and a half, couple hours.
Exactly.
But if I'm not around anyway, I don't know what their story is, what the, what how their life has, if anything's traumatic happens to them, and I don't want to make a
You
a
don't want to make light of a situation
right,
that
not
they happen to
yeah.
be
It's
in.
like if I know someone's been molested as a child, I'm not gonna go up there and make a joke about child molestation or rape or something. Like Jesus Christ, like know
Right.
your fucking
But
audience, my guy.
well, here's another good example. Like, so when I was 16, I almost died from an asthma attack.
Yeah, that's
But now
great.
we joke about it because
Yeah,
it's all right.
yeah. Dylan almost fucking
That
died. Yeah.
was funny because when I came back the week after, you were like, "What'd you almost die?" And I was like, "Actually, yeah, I did almost die." And you're like, "Oh, nice."
And then that was it.
like,
That
like,
was it.
damn,
But
all right.
that's because we have the same sense
Right,
of humor, and so if anything would have bad happened, I wouldn't like when you said that you had to take your mom to the emergency room. I'm like, oh shit, is she all right? You're like, yeah, it's good. I didn't immediately say, oh what, she fucking fat fuck fall down the stairs. No, I'm just like come on, man.
right. Like, yeah, like especially with your friend group, you're always gonna be like more caring towards them. But as soon as you know that they're okay, it's a lot like when your friend falls. At first, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit," but then as soon as you see that they're okay and they're just a fucking idiot, you
Yeah.
laugh about it.
Well,
You're like
that's
sitting there
that.
laughing. Did you have a nice trip? I'll see you next fall, you fucking idiot. you know. But yeah, it's just, yeah,
Yeah, and so I probably around in public I'm very introverted because I don't wanna say anything or I don't want to do anything
and it's not like, and it's
that
also
would
not saying, like you can't hold a conversation without saying something.
no.
No, it's just, you know,
I don't hold a conversation well because I don't want to my responses tend to be very thought out to the point where it's like okay, don't like there's a filter that is engaged. Like during this podcast there is a little bit of a filter. I'm obviously not going to come in here and say some shit. But like if it's just me and Dylan we're playing games, there's very little filter. Just kind of like playing games and something that's like, oh motherfucker, blah blah blah, this, that, or whatever. It's like Jesus Christ, settle down. It's all in good fun. Whatever. Not a big
right,
deal. But like in public, yeah, fucking heavy filter, making sure, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. Oh shit, now it's like way too long after. Now it's just gonna sound weird. I'm responding to a question that was asked 10 minutes ago.
yeah, yeah.
So, but
It's just, sorry, excuse me. God damn, my throat was like, "Hey, yo, we're gonna get clogged up right now." But yeah,
it's all that.
it's a lot like you have to be. You're just basically stepping on eggshells at this point,
Yeah,
out in public.
yeah.
It's just like
You have to be
you
so
can't say
fucking
anything to
careful.
anybody. You can't do anything because and I do understand it to a certain extent, but it's just like at the same time, you have to agree with the boomers, right? Stop being so sensitive. Well, there are things you you can't be insensitive to.
Right.
But there's a lot of things you don't have to be sensitive
Well,
about.
and
Like,
like people are sensitive to like the dumbest shit ever too.
yeah, that is true. Like talking about my like asthma attack, there was a time where I was really bothered by it. Like I hardly ever talked about it. I couldn't talk about it without being like, "Oh my god, I feel like I'm getting closed in or something." Because that was just one of the things. But now I'm just able to joke about it. Like my girlfriend, she makes fun of me all the fucking time for my fucking asthma. Like I have a rescue inhaler, of course, and then I just have my regular medicine. But she'll be like, "Oh yeah, don't forget your fucking lungs." With my rescue inhaler. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll try not to forget those.
You got
but
yeah.
it's something I can just make light about because, well, it's and I don't care what you know. If you want to make if like a stranger came up to me and made a joke about something, and if it was funny, I would laugh.
Yeah, I'd fucking laugh.
But if you're like being a dick just to be a dick about something about me, then I'm gonna look at you being a douchebag and be like, "Stop being a prick, dude. Like, what are you doing?"
Prick
But
ass motherfucker. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Dylan's got eczema. He's got that eczema
I got
inhaler.
eczema.
He's got eczema, which is funny because you actually do have eczema. So,
Yes, I do actually. Yeah,
so
I have
it's funny. He's got eczema.
I got asthma and eczema. I got
Yeah.
eczema and eczema.
Yeah. So, yeah, he gets going for a run. Which, if you see Dylan running, there's probably something happening. Somebody's chasing him. Okay.
Either a natural disaster is happening, or like
Or
there's a
he
snack truck down the road and I want to get to
Yeah,
it
or
first.
he's about to shit his pants, okay? But there's no other reason. If Dylan's running, something big is happening, okay?
I'm sorry, if you're about to shit your pants, you're not gonna be running. You're gonna be
No,
fucking
you're gonna be
waddling.
doing the
You're gonna
penguin
be the
waddle.
penguin. Yeah, the penguin.
Yeah.
See, and this is why I like this, like doing this podcast because this is exactly how well, not exactly how we would have conversations, but like
Obviously,
close to.
it's a little bit more scripted, but yeah,
Yeah, obviously, but like this is like the natural reaction. We're always like joking around and doing shit, but
yeah, razzing each other,
making fun of each other.
right? Uh,
Like if I said, "Oh, I got a frog in my throat," you'd be like, "You got something else in your throat, buddy."
yeah.
Like,
Kind of like I said, you
oh,
had a cough earlier.
okay.
I'm like, all that, dried crusty yumminess from all sucking all that dick, isn't it?
Smegma.
Yeah. Fucking not goat
No.
cheese, it's dick cheese. So, all right,
No.
moving on. Before that goes any farther, so our last weird news story, or not when I say weird, but like this is a total fuck up, and I'm gonna totally name drop them. Delta Airlines. So these passengers were flying on a flight. Like I said, this happened quite a few weeks ago, on a flight from I don't even know what the fuck how to say that. Akira, ACCRA, to New York JFK. I'm assuming. Well, let's see what the old Google Maps has to say. If I had to guess, it's a place in. Oh, okay, from Ghana. So from south, or I'm sorry, from Africa and the Gulf of Guinea to New York JFK, and they had to divert the plane to another airport somewhere in the Atlantic because there was a mechanical issue with the backup oxygen system, because apparently now these motherfuckers on planes want to breathe or some shit. I don't know what that's all about. Freaking high maintenance ass passengers. Jesus.
Yeah, god damn it. I
Fuck.
mean, I don't breathe as it is. You guys can suffer through like a 7 hour flight.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jeez, you want the plane to land safely and to be conscious the whole time? Fucking A. Asking for a lot here. Jeez. Anyway, so the crew descended to a lower altitude out of abundance of caution, like they would do if you had loss of pressurization in your cabin.
Yeah.
They landed at the airport, and it's not an airport that Delta normally provides. And so the poor passengers, they get to the airport and they're like waiting around because now they gotta wait for either for the problem to be fixed, which you're at an airport that doesn't have a Delta maintenance crew there, so you're waiting for another plane to show up basically. And they had a hell of a time getting food and fucking water provided for the passengers.
Shout out to Delta Airlines. like a couple months ago because they fucked up big time and they did the exact same shit. They delayed like a bunch of flights, or they delayed a flight a bunch of times, and this family said that they were going to Italy for their vacation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And literally the same exact situation. They they delayed it, and then they wouldn't provide any food or water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What
that's
the fuck are you guys doing?
yeah.
The fuck are you guys doing?
That's I'm I don't fly often, mostly because I don't like flying. It's not that I have a fear of flying. I just don't like flying. But if I do fly, my preferred airline is Southwest. I love Southwest. Southwest, it's because if you're flying within the U.S. domestically,
Am- American Airlines ain't too bad. Is that
I
what they're called?
well,
I
yeah,
don't know.
American Airlines is one of
American
them. Yeah.
Eagle.
Well, you've only flown one airline once, so you don't have experience with others.
Right.
You might think American's the best shit ever, and then you go fly someone else, and you're like, holy fuck, American was ass, Or you could say, holy shit, American's great, and this one is ass. But I like Southwest because since they're quote unquote low cost carrier, I mean it's a no thrills. You're not gonna go in there and get fucking fed per se. You might get you get like a little snack thing, but if you're not flying for anything more than 2.5 3 hours, eat some at the fucking airport before you take off, or eat something before you show up at the airport. There you go, problem solved. And if you can't make it through that 5 hour flight, holy shit, fat ass. You're the motherfucker that has to buy two seats. Is what you are. Okay.
Right.
You're getting on a plane like, ah, shit. Okay, if anybody else like him gets on, we're gonna have to put them on the other side, so we're not fucking gonna end up in Canada. Yeah. So yeah, you go flying through the air, fucking things on doing upside down, like holy shit. Um, but I like Southwest because
You don't
their
have my
flights,
size.
yeah, their flights tend to be a little bit cheaper. But what really helps, or what I really like, is the two free checked bags. Two check bags for free, and it's
This is
not
Southwest, right?
correct. And it's not like a little 10 by 14 duffel bag. Like no, it's regular like you can whatever the normal dimensions are for a thing of luggage, up to like 50 pounds or some shit. So it's like normal size luggage, and it's free. It's included in the cost of your ticket, so it's not like it's not free. You're paying for it, but it's not an additional charge. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and that's why I like Southwest, and also too because they only fly Boeing 737s. And so you get on the plane and it's going to be 3x3 configuration. It's the same fucking plane. Obviously it might be a little longer, a little shorter, the capacity may be a little different, but it's the same setup. Ain't got to worry about nothing about that. And one thing Southwest doesn't do, I think you can, it is an extra cost, is Southwest that what they don't do is they don't do assigned seating. So it's kind of like, you get put into it 24 hours before you fly. So if you fly out at 1 p.m. on say December 15th, December 14th at 1 p.m., you'd go to Southwest putting your flight information, and then you would be told what's your boarding order, and
Right.
whatever. So but then once you get on the plane, it's kind of a free for all a little bit. I think you can pay extra to get assigned seating. And then if you do that, obviously you're the first one on board. Because if you get assigned seats, you're not gonna be the last one on board. Because that'd be kind of dumb. So,
Right.
but that's why I like Southwest. So, what were you gonna say earlier?
So like, I'm just looking on Southwest's.
Well, obviously, if you only look out for like fucking next week, yeah, flights are gonna be ridiculously expensive. But
Right. Right.
if you look out, up until however far their calendar goes up. But yeah, so but in that news anyway, so back to that news story. Delta did refund the passengers the cost of their tickets
Oh, at
as
least
they
they
fucking
refunded them this
should, and then I guess they also gave them an additional credit. But because they had to wait for the crew to do the to reset their hours because obviously the crew ran out of hours per se.
Yep.
So they had to wait for that. They had to wait for either the problem got fixed or the spare plane to show up. But then because the Northeast, because they were flying to New York JFK, was getting hammered with weather, the poor Delta booking agents were already being overwhelmed by people getting, changing flights because of canceled and delayed flights. And then you have these motherfuckers showing up like ungodly late because their flight was diverted. And now they got to throw that shit on. It's like, oh,
Right.
fucking A, man. That's a job where it's like that would be the most thankless job, I think. You know what I mean? Like somebody gets their flight
Yeah.
delayed or canceled, and so they miss their connecting flight, and so now they got to go to the American desk or the Delta desk or the Southwest desk, or whatever, to change their to get on a new flight, and they're already pissed, right? This person's already pissed because they missed their flight because the airlines were running late or weather missed their flight, and now they got to deal with someone. The person's just like, I'll do the best I can, but hey, you might not be able to get a flight till fucking tomorrow because everything's full. Because guess what? You're not the only one who missed their fucking flight.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, I just like I happen to be very lucky with um my trip that I took with American Airlines.
Yes.
Um it was one way back and forth, but they were very communicative. Like they were updating me about my
Well,
flight
yeah, because your
times
flight got delayed, didn't
all
it?
the time. It got delayed and then it got canceled
Yeah.
due to the ice storm that was on the way. It only got canceled for a day, but which is fine.
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, we have a flight, out tomorrow." I think this was Friday, and they're like, "We got a flight out tomorrow about like 7 a.m." No, I'm playing
Yeah.
9 a.m. or something like that.
Whatever it
And I was
was.
like, all right, sweet." And then at first they were gonna be like, I couldn't find a flight that was just a one way trip because I really did not want to fucking do, um,
Oh, you
whatever.
mean direct?
Yeah,
You mean
yeah, it
direct?
was direct flight.
You
Yeah,
didn't want a layover.
yeah, I didn't want to go to different fucking flights and shit like that. But so I found one that was like that. But oh my god, the difference in the fucking lanes was crazy. First plane that I was on, it was it was three seats on one side, three seats on the other.
Yeah, 3x3.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one walkway,
Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah. Three by
Yeah,
three.
and you hit turbulence, you feel it just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Well, you're gonna feel turbulence even in a fucking
Yeah,
747 because your plane's
dude,
gonna start going up and down a little bit.
dude, we go in. I get on this flight, right? It's a two by two.
Oh.
We hit turbulence. Swear to God, I thought we were going down. We're like, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Yeah, on the outside, I was like, I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm about to pass out. But on the inside, I'm like, oh my God, get me
You
off of
are
this fucking
losing your
thing, dude.
fucking mind. Yeah, that's it. Well, like one thing. So obviously the Boeing 737, at least for a long time. I don't know if it still is because I know Airbus brought in the A320, but the Boeing 737 was like the most popular fucking jetliner around because it just checked off a
Yeah,
lot of boxes. For flights from like say Detroit to Grand Rapids, two biggest cities in Michigan, right? You're not gonna have a fucking 747 on that flight. Like no, you have a 737 or something like that, or from Grand Rapids to Midway or Grand Rapids to O'Hare, you have a 737. It's a very because
right,
you only need to sell 140 tickets or seats per se to sell the plane out, quote unquote. But the 737, because it actually has an actual small surface area on the wing compared to the fuselage and its weight, it actually has one of the highest takeoffs and landing speeds out of all the major available jets.
Oh, really?
Yes, because of like I said, because of the weight of the plane, the size of the plane, but the wings are actually kind of small, and so that means you have to have higher speed to get the lift out of those wings to take
Right.
off. And then same thing when you're landing, you have to have a higher speed to keep that lift so you don't fucking miss land short of the runway. But like it's not like it's 20 miles, 20 knots fast. It's like a handful of knots faster. But I mean, it's noticeable when you're cruising down the runway between 135 or 140 knots in a 757 and 150, 155 knots in a 737. It's
Right.
noticeable because now you're going to a speed. You're still on the runway now. Because there's still a lot of plastic in airplanes because it's light, right? So that plastic starts to shake and make noise because now you're going faster and you're still on the ground. But the minute you get off the ground, boom, it all stops because now you're not shaking. So, but like if you look at like something like a 747 actually has a lower takeoff speed than the 737. And you're like, how is that possible? Possible. The 747's, like fucking huge ass jet. But it's
Right.
because the surface area, in relation to the size of the plane, it doesn't need to go quite as fast to take off.
Exact. Right. Right.
It's all basic math. I mean, if so speaking of basic math, or not necessarily basic math, but basic fucking spelling, our idiot of the week for one job comes from somebody at fucking Starbucks. I'm
Oh
gonna name
shit!
drop
I haven't seen
Starbucks.
this yet. I haven't
So
seen this
you go
one.
to Starbucks, and a lot of places do this. Hold on, excuse me.
I don't go to Starbucks, but yes. What?
But you not
Oh.
necessarily go to Starbucks, but like you go to a lot of places and they'll ask, right, name for the order or some shit, right? Well, in
Right.
Starbucks,
Yeah.
Starbucks will ask name, right, and you say your name, and it seems like hires the dumbest motherfuckers that like, did you fail your first grade spelling test? Yeah, you're fucking
Yeah.
goddamn store manager.
Hired.
Yeah,
Hired.
you're a freaking district manager. This person, his name is Paul. Okay, every person I know of named Paul is spelt Paul, right? This motherfucker at Starbucks spelt Paul with a K. Now you might wonder, where's the K? And every other fucking person in the world will be like, yeah, where's the K in
Hey,
Paul?
hey, this is just like inside joke, by the way. No one else is gonna get this but me and you two. Jason with a Q.
Yeah, Jason with a Q? Like, where's the fucking Q? I haven't heard that in a long time. Jason with a Q? Yeah, where's the fucking Q? Yeah, so they spelled his name Kuel. They only got two
Fuel.
they only got two letters right, and the only letter in the right spot was the fucking L.
That's fucking great, dude.
Like, Jesus, how dumb do you have to be?
My name's Paul.
Like K and P are not really next to each other on a keyboard, okay? They're offset by a key, two keys, okay? U and E are nowhere near each other on the fucking keyboard. And A and E are not even close, or a couple keys away from each other. So it's not like you're spelling Paul and you accidentally did Paul with an O, because, you accidentally hit O instead of P. Like, no, you're just flat out dumb. Jesus Christ.
How do you spell Paul? Paul. Okay, Kule. Is that right? Or Kuel? No. No.
How
Where
about
do you get the fucking K, bro?
ZQWY? What?
Oh, you know how funny it was? Because, like, I'm not going to say my last name, of course, but,
Douchebag.
like,
We'll go with that.
when
Dylan
we
douchebag.
when we were in school, the way people would say my name if they hadn't pronounced it, like, on my birthday, oh my fucking God, on my birthday. Because, our school did, announcements. Today's birthdays are Dylan Poe. Like, you said that completely fucking wrong, dude. What are you doing?
It's
They
not
couldn't
like
at least come up to me like, all right, we gotta find this kid. He's in 10th grade. He should be in this class. All right, let's go up to him. Let's find him. Hey, how do you say your fucking last name, bro? Oh,
douchebag.
yeah, douchebag. Oh, I thought it was double no bag. What? What?
Yeah. And it's
Jesus
not even like you have a
Christ.
difficult last name.
No, it's difficult because people try to pronounce a letter in it that's silent.
Oh, okay. Yep, I know which one you're talking about. The
Yeah.
second letter.
Yes.
Damn
It's
Germans.
yeah. In German, it's has the I forget what it's called, but it's just the two dots over the letter,
Yeah.
so it makes it silent. But when
But when you come to
ancestors came
America,
over,
that's a lot of fucking
they
work to
drop
put
it.
the two dots above the goddamn letter.
Apparently, yeah, it's just like my mom's maiden name. They had a T at the end, and then when they came over to America, they dropped the T.
Yeah.
My great grandpa, whenever they fucking came over, I don't know.
Last week
Yeah, last week.
came with the
They had about 70 years of generation within a week.
yeah.
So,
Goddamn, popping them out like a Pez dispenser. Yeah. So, all right. To finish up this episode, we are going to do our debate topic, and
oh shit! I totally forgot we had
and
a debate.
and and me and Dylan talked real long and hard on this because I brought it up. Well, Dylan first brought something up, and then I brought something up, and then we both agreed, no, it's probably not a good idea. Then Dylan brought something else up, and we're like, okay, yeah, we'll do that one. Well, then I thought, as a joke, we'll do this. Well, then before we started doing the show, we spent like fucking 20 minutes. Too bad I didn't hit the record button because it would have been good shit.
Actually doing. Well, okay. First, I do want to say this.
Oh, we forgot your facts.
Oh, well,
We'll finish off with this.
do.
We can finish off the
Yeah.
show with your facts.
I will say this. In my life, I carry an open mind. I do not care what you believe in,
He's as
what you
open mind.
do.
If you want to know, he's as open minded as JFK.
See, and there's the dark humor. See, I didn't know what line we were crossing, but I guess we're crossing that line.
Come on, that's
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
That's an
Tragedy is joked about all the fucking time.
that's an
all right?
easy joke.
Okay, if you don't go on TikTok and you scroll more than like, if you scroll more than like 3 videos on TikTok and you don't see a dark humor post, you probably shouldn't be on TikTok. But no,
Let alone
I keep
Twitter.
an open mind about different topics and stuff like that because everybody has an opinion, and I don't believe that just because you have an opinion on something that makes you in the wrong. You may have an opinion that I may not like, but I'm not going to be like, for example, just for an example, this isn't actually, a thing, but let's say one of my friends is, diehard Democrat. Well, just based on their political beliefs is not going to make me stop being their friend.
Right.
I think that's stupid of somebody to do.
Correct. And I'm same way. Just because you
Am I gonna make fun of it for it? For you? For it? Yes. Absolutely. Just like me having a stroke.
Yes, like Joe Biden.
Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. It's I'm fine with your political affiliation, but if you know we don't agree on the political affiliation, be it one's Democrat, one's conservative, don't try and force the other person up your ideas.
Right.
Because
Don't try to
they're
cram it
gonna reject them. Okay, and then same for the other person. Don't say, "Oh my God, I can't believe you wouldn't want abortion to happen or something like that," and then say another person, "I can't believe you want abortion. You want abortions to happen."
Yeah, you guys have two different opinions.
Yeah, you're not gonna agree. So why are you debating this? Or I should say, you should still debate it, but why are you trying to force the other person upon?
Absolutely.
Because it's not gonna happen. You could debate it. Debate
Play
is healthy.
devil's advocate.
Not debating shit is the problem in this world. Is
you
if
can
you
agree
don't have,
to disagree.
Yeah, if you
Like,
don't
that
have,
is totally fine.
Yeah, if that's the problem with this world, that there's not enough debate. Is that if you don't have the same political beliefs, and that's usually what it is politics, political beliefs in me, I don't want to talk to you. And it's like, why? Why? Don't go in there and try to change their mind, because it's probably not going to happen.
Well, that's like me.
But also,
me and you...
but don't just discount them because you're a Democrat and they're a conservative, or vice versa.
Like that's like me and you. I came to you because I was curious about something. I was like, why do you believe this way?
Correct.
I'm not to judge you, not to do anything. I want to build my knowledge on other sides because I've heard a lot of one side but not the other. Like, it's kind of like when people explain something to you, and or when two people are getting in an argument that one of them gives you their side of the story, but you don't get to hear the other side.
Right.
So now you're pissed at this one person because of one-sided storytelling. And it's like, why wouldn't you just go out and ask the other person and be like, okay, now you can you have a lot of information. Now you can kind of make a decision for yourself.
Right. And it's the same thing if you're a conservative and all you read is Fox News, you're doing yourself a disservice. And the same thing if you're a Democrat and all you do is read, CNN and the New York Times, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, there's no doubt that CNN and New York Times, MSNBC, all lean left. If you don't believe that, you're just fucking ignorant, okay? And it's the same thing with Fox. Fox leans right. And if you don't see that, you're just ignorant. It's just how they are, okay?
And I can't stress this enough.
Go ahead.
Ignorant. Saying the word ignorant to somebody is not an insult. It just means they don't know, and that is just fact. you're ignorant. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, and but a lot of time people that are ignorant, they don't try to know though. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's true too.
So, but like if you only look at what side your political affiliation is on, you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, it's unfortunate. There's no news. You would hope that the big four news, Fox, NBC, CBS, and ABC, would be straight down the middle, and they're not, unfortunately. It's
Right.
sad, but they're not. There is a political leaning one way or the other. It's upsetting that you can't just
Like
go to Fox or you can't and get something straight down the middle. You're going to get something that leans to the right. Or you're going to CNN and you can't get something right down the middle. You're going to get something that leans to the left. And it's just small things. If you read the article, it's just small thing of little jabs, oh, this way, or of how shit's worded. It's
uh,
like normal people wouldn't say that. You're trying to put forward an agenda in a thing about how corn grows, and now you're telling me about how it has something to do
right.
with that. Like, what the fuck does this have to do with how corn grows?
Like one of my favorite YouTubers, his name is Donut Operator, and he does like police shooting breakdowns and stuff like that. But he's a great example. I have seen his other videos, and he is a former police officer and stuff like that. But he just so, and I'm assuming here. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm assuming he leans more to the right. Excuse me.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah, it's a safe bet that he leans more to the right. However, every time he does a breakdown, he always lists all his sources. And I can confidently say that he has more than once gone to different sources, whether it be Fox News, CBS, NBC, whatever. Because that's how you get your information. You
Yeah,
get it from different sources, and then you're like, okay, this is exactly what happened.
yeah. If you get the best thing to do would be, okay, say a news story comes out about this, that, or whatever. Okay, you
Yeah.
go to NBC News, and you get the news story about that topic. Okay, you read it. Okay, it's gonna lean left. Okay, it just is. You go to Fox then. Okay, and you do the same thing. You find an article about the same exact thing, and it's gonna read and it's gonna lean right. So you're gonna get both sides. You're gonna get the left leaning perspective. You're gonna get the right leaning perspective, and then you come to determination of which one do you actually believe, or which one do you actually think is less out of left fucking field.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of times you can also just take like bits and pieces from one and bits and pieces of the other because, a lot of it is just shit spewed anyways.
Yeah. Like I said,
And,
it sucks that the big four don't just shoot straight down the middle.
yeah, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You just have to know. Like
You
if
just
you
have to
read
work a
one,
way around it.
right? If you read one and you can just tell that, okay, it's definitely leaning this way. They are definitely leaving some shit out. Go read something from the other side, and maybe they'll pick up. They'll say the shit that you know they're leaving out on purpose because it doesn't fit the agenda narrative that they're trying to push through their stories.
Right.
So,
Anyways, back to our debate topic.
well, I'm gonna do something that's huge dick energy. If you want to listen to what our debate topic is gonna be, tune in next week because this is running long, and
Oh yeah.
and
Are
I
we
feel
gonna do
like
my facts?
and I feel like yes, I feel like this debate
Quick
topic will
facts.
run a while. So if you want to listen to our debate topic next week, make sure you tune in for next week's episode, which will come up hopefully October 9th ish, Monday, October 9th. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
October
that'll
9th.
be October 9th.
There you will get our opinions on. I'm gonna put it in right now. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and we will debate the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. So, tune in next week for that. But before we leave, Dylan, what's your tasty, delicious fucking fact of the day? Of the week, rather.
All right, we got two of them. The longest wedding veil was longer than 63 football fields.
Holy shit.
20, I think it was like 23,000 feet, the article said. 23,000 feet fucking long.
Think of the poor bastards that got to carry that shit. They're showing up to the wedding and they're already celebrating their 6th anniversary.
Right, exactly. Like, why do you need that long?
Yeah, that's
I thought this one was interesting. I like to cook. Do you like to cook?
yeah,
All right, yeah, yeah. I mean, we got to cook at some point, right?
right. We
The
just got done talking about that.
the 100 folds in a chef's hat represent 100 ways to cook an egg.
Really?
Now, I didn't know this. I didn't know there was more than 4 ways to cook a fucking egg. So that's pretty crazy to me.
Well, I guess it's how do you like if you say you want a fried egg, technically you could get over easy, over medium, or hard. Well, there's 3 ways right there.
Right.
You know, or if you just say fried egg, you just got one. But now you just stretched out to 3. You know, or you could also technically also do sunny side up. So that'd be 4. You could get 4 different options out of a set of fried eggs.
Right.
You know, then you have scrambled, then you have an omelet, and then there's different types of omelets. Like you have a regular omelet, you have a French omelet, which is a little bit airier than a regular omelet. Omelet. Then you also have a egg white omelet. And then you also
Right.
have egg white scrambled eggs. You know, so there's probably 100. Then you also have poached eggs, and then you have egg white. You know, poached egg. You know, I don't think you can really do poached egg whites because you're kind of missing the point of poached eggs. But
Right.
because poached eggs is supposed to be a fried egg just without the frying. It's the point of a poached egg. But then you also have a hard boiled egg. Okay. Now, how do you go into the hard boiled egg? There's 2 different types of hard boiled egg. You can get a hard boiled egg that's hard all the way through, like a normal hard boiled egg, or you can get a hard boiled egg where just the egg white is hard, but then the yolk is still
Liquid.
liquidy, you know, or yolky.
Yeah.
Yolky. You know,
Yoki.
so there's another 2 right there. I don't know how you could stretch it out to 100. You could definitely get
Right.
to double digits though. I could get to 10. I probably have just listed 10 right now. But I could not do that 10 more times. I'd be really stretching it cuz I guess it depends on what's your definition
Yeah,
of,
there's an egg you can fart on and it'll cook.
yeah, if you fart on it to season it and then throw it on the grill, it's fantastic. Yeah. I don't Yeah, it's mustard gas scrambled eggs.
That's funny.
It's the
Oh
Bill
shit.
Cosby special. Chloroform eggs. Oh,
Who needs to wake up when you can just pass right out again?
woke up for breakfast, done till noon. Oh, fucking A. So, all right, anyways, before we get ourselves really in fucking trouble, like I said, if you want to listen to our opinions on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, tune in next week. In the meantime, please like, rate, and follow, man. Follow and listen to other episodes so we can get that user retention above 0. If we have one person, if we have one person do it, it's an infinite increase. Because guess what? 0 times anything is still 0. So,
Boom.
boom, progress.
I
Business is booming.
I would like to thank everybody that's downloaded, everybody that's tuned in.
Yes, we appreciate you very much.
For listening to 2 idiots just fucking talk.
Yeah, like I said, when we were trying to come up with a name for this, it took us a while to settle on if Stupid had a name. And since then, we've had other good names come up, but Dylan probably hands down had the best fucking name for a podcast. And
The
it was
Chuckle Fox.
The Chuckle Fox.
The Chuckle Fox.
And that was a great name, except I didn't want Fox in the title of the podcast.
So I'm telling you right now, anybody that fucking steals that, I'm gonna kick your ass personally.
Yeah. You know, I should probably make like an account or something, or like something where maybe later, but like, you know, if we ever do like a Patreon or whatever, the Patreon would be, you know, you'd be part of the Chuckle Fox family.
Hell yeah.
Just so somebody can't fucking use it. And if you use it, we will find your family and we will fucking kill them in front of you. Okay?
All right, no, we ain't gonna do that.
Because
No, we ain't gonna do that. But...
No. Keep the threat there, motherfucker. You need the threat. You need the threat. Don't back down. Don't back down.
We'll kill your family. Wink.
Yeah, wink. So, anyways, like, rate, review. We are on all the major podcasting platforms. Make sure you follow, and we will catch you guys all next week.
See ya.